Hello yogis, welcome. I'm Stephen Weigand, my brother Chris, 75-minute vinyasa flow your way. You know what? I think we should start oming today. I think it's a good way to start things off. Connect to that universal vibe of body, mind, soul. So I'm gonna stand, but you guys can sit like Chris. We'll bring the palms together at your hearts, soften down through the traps, little lift through the base of the spine, and take a nice big inhale in through your nose. Nice, feeling the vibes for a moment. A little release of tension, a little more connection to self and soul. Blink the eyes open. And the Om gods just told me that we should start on our backs. So, somewhere new, since we never start on our backs. He said, I didn't see that coming. You can extend the right leg up to the ceiling, extend the left leg long. Where are we going to bring our hands? Probably by our... Nope. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and reach them back. I'm just going to change it up. Yeah, we'll hook the right thumb on top of the left. You can just peel the thumbs apart. Just going nice and easy since it's a super easy, chill flow that we do in here. And then from there, release the arms all the way by your sides. Reach the left heel just an inch away from the ground. Nice. And then if you want a little bit more, you can crunch up, lift the head and shoulder blades up off the mat, keep the grapefruit underneath the chin, and find the smooth and steady inhale and exhale in and out through the nose. Nice. Work the right shin a little closer towards the nose. Good. Lengthen the left quadricep a little further forward towards the left big toe. And then now switch sides. Maybe you stay in the crunch. Yep, drop the right leg, lift the left leg up. Yep. It's like you're pressing the sole of the left foot up to the ceiling, working the left shin a little closer to the nose, and then finding the breath. So peaceful, right? All right. The face has already happened. People have already stopped and they're just watching you. Right leg up. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. That was nice of me. Take a little break for a moment. Okay, now extend the right leg up, extend the left leg long. Good. Keep the hands by the sides, left heel up. Okay, now crunch up. Now you're just going to drop your right foot a third of the way down. Good. Now 2/3 of the way down. Good. Now all the way down close to the left heel. Yep. Good. Keep it here. Now take it 1/3 of the way up. Take it 2/3 of the way up. That's a little more than 2/3. Okay. And then all the way up 3/3. 3/3 whole. And then now set the left heel down and then extend the right leg all the way along, both heels down. That was nice. Left leg up. This feels easy. Right heel was just an inch up off the ground. This is too easy. And then left foot 1/3 of the way down. Nice. And then 2/3 of the way down. Nice. And then 3/3 of the way down. Crunch a little higher. Nice. Now take the left foot 1/3 of the way up. That's more than one. There we go. 2/3. Lift the right heel up. And then 3/3. Nice. Hold. Set the right heel down. Lengthen the left heel long. Good. Ardhanavasana with a block. So we're going to take a block like this, slide it between the thighs if you've got one at home. Crush the block. Point the toes forward today. Yeah, if you need more support for your back hips, you can slide the hands under the hips. Otherwise, crunch it up. Here we go, breath of fire. If it gets to be too much, you can set the heels down. 15 more seconds like this. Good, big inhale in, hold. Lift a little higher. Lift a little higher. Navasana, all the way up. Let it go. Breath. All right. Big inhale in. Pump the belly. He's like, you asshole. "15 seconds. If you can bend the knees if you need to. You can set the feet down if you need to. You can grab opposite elbows if you need to. Take one more inhale here. Good, let it go. At least I made it a little bit harder. It was too easy. And you can roll it all the way up. All the way into forearm plank. It's not but it's not going to be 3 minutes today, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. 1 minute's doable, right? So you can go like this, okay? You can grab, you can interlace fingertips. If you're doing this, just make sure that the elbows aren't wider than the shoulders, okay? You're on the clock, 1 minute. Press the ulnar wrist points down. Yep. And see if you can flex the biceps on. Yep. And while you flex the biceps on, can you flex the triceps on? Uh-huh. And like you've got a block between your thighs. Scissor the thighs together and work the tailbone slightly back towards the heels. Uh-huh. It's like I'm pulling the tail slightly back. Yeah. And you lengthen the side ribs further forward. Zoot. Wrap the triceps in, yes. And sometimes the hands will come a little in from the elbows. If that happens, maybe just turn the hands slightly out. That helps me. And then press the ulnar wrist points down again. You just got 15 more seconds to go. Elbows, drag them back towards the toes. That's it. Widen the shoulder blades out, doing great. Yep, press the thumb and forefinger down. Good, 5 more seconds to go. Lengthen the base of the skull, the occiput further forward. Now walk it to dolphin just for a breath. And then child's pose. Drop it all the way down. Class is over. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you later. That joke's old. I've done it too much. Downward facing dog. Big inhale in through the nose. Let it out. Exhale. Good. Take a few moments here in down dog to shake it out a little bit. Work the kinks out. And while you're working the kinks out, can you press the back of the forearms and wrists forward? Hollowing out the armpits. Yes, turn the hands out a little bit if you like. I like, Chris likes, middle fingers towards the sides of the mat. Broadening the shoulder blades out. Lengthening the tops of the ears. Not the chin. Okay, we're not lengthening the chin forward. The base of the skull and the tops of the ears to get more length in the cervical spine. Now take a nice big inhale in through your nose. And then let it out. Cool, here we go, plank pose. Glide the shoulders all the way over wrists into top of a push-up. Nice. From here, bend the elbows, lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the elbows in, lift it back up to plank pose. Lift the right foot just an inch away from the ground. Good, pull the knee all the way to the chest. Nice, keeping shoulders over wrists. Squeeze the wrists in. Yes, lift the knee higher, lift the left thigh higher. Three-legged dog, shoot it all the way up and back. From there, take the knee to the back of the right tricep muscle. Try to get the center of the knee on the skin of the arm and then lift the knee up rather than pressing the knee into the arm. Lift it up. That's it. Now look forward. Good. Shoot the leg back, bend the elbows lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Press it up to plank with the leg lifted, three-legged dog, all the way up and back. Now from there, pull the knee all the way across to your left tricep muscle. Pull the right shoulder back. Yep, keep the collarbones broad, keep the left thigh lifting, keep the heart extended forward. Nice, now shoot that leg back, bend the elbows lower halfway down, Chaturanga, come back up to plank pose, stack the right foot on top of your left foot. Vashi Stasana, side plank. Working on stacking your hips as best you can. Sometimes the right hip will droop back. Chris's is stacked, but just if that's happening for you, roll the right hip towards the right side of your mat. You know you can set the left knee down if you need a little bit less. Okay, we're gonna do those fun Brock handshaky things. Everything's Brock, but I just, like to say his name a lot. So take the right hand all the way underneath your right ribs. That's it, like you're shaking my hand. And then exhale, take the right arm all the way up. Broaden the collarbones out. Good. Inhale, take the hands underneath the left ribs. Exhale, take it all the way up. Now, can you keep the shoulder stacked over wrists whilst doing that? And shake it. And extend the arm up. Nice. 2 more. Take the hand underneath the left ribs. Extend it up. Lift the left hip. 1 more. Take the right hand underneath the left ribs. Nice. Exhale, extend it all the way up. Release the right hand down to the ground. Bend the elbows lower halfway down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes. Up dog. Keep the outer ankles in. Nice. Head of the thigh bone stay this lifted. Downward facing dog. From there, big inhale in through the nose and let it out. All right. Rock and roll. Here we go. Inhale, plank pose. Glide the shoulders all the way over wrist. Top of a push-up. You know where we're going from here. Bend the elbows lower halfway down, chaturanga. Lift it back up to plank. Lift the left foot just an inch away from the ground. Pull the knee all the way into the chest. That's it. Can you lift the knee a little higher? Can you flex the left heel a little higher? That's it. Three-legged dog pose. Shoot the leg all the way up and back. From there, take the knee to the back of your left tricep muscle. Lift that knee higher. Flex that left heel. Yes. Pull the collarbones forward. Good. Keep looking forward. Shoot the leg back. Lower chaturanga dandasana. Let's get my verbiage. Press it back up to plank and then downward facing dog. Take the knee all the way across to your right tricep muscle. Pull the left shoulder back. I didn't do my aluminum linoleums. Now from there, shoot the left leg back. Bend the elbows lower halfway down. Chaturanga. Press it up to plank pose. Stack the left foot on top of the right foot. Vashisthasana. Awesome. Now widen the shoulder blades out from here. Yep. Shoulder blades. That's it. And if that right shoulder is creeping up on the neck, soften the right shoulder blade down the back of the body. Yes. Continuing to get space in your neck and your cervical spine. Now, from here, take the left hand underneath your right ribs, and then exhale, take it up. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice breath. Exhale. Good. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. Inhale. Exhale, nice. From there, release the left hand down, bend the elbows lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes, upward facing dog, and then all the way up and back, downward facing dog. That's very nice work. Good, take a few moments here. So if you have tight wrists, I like what Chris was telling me. So Krista was working with him with his wrists. A lot of times you'll hear me say stack shoulders over the wrist, okay? My wrists are pretty open, so I'm able to do that. If you have some tightness in your wrist, you can go a little back of your wrists, and that may be more supportive for you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Chris. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Another Krista thing, keeping his head like this, okay? I like it. So rather than looking forward today, maybe you try this. Keeping the cervical spine long, go ahead and inhale, bend the knees, okay? He's not even going to look forward today. He's just going to keep his head down. And then when you exhale, try to lift the hips all the way over your wrists and see how that is for you. Good. Lengthen forward as you inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. From there, circle rise. Take the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull the palms together at your heart. Very nice. Drop the palms, circle and rise. Take it all the way up. When you exhale, hinge and fold forward and release. When you inhale next, lengthen forward through your heart. Nice length. When you exhale, step it, or you can float it back. Yes, over the toes, upward facing dog. All the way up and back, downward facing dog. Take 5 smooth and steady inhales and exhales here. Trying to keep that natural curve in the lumbar. So if you got to put a little bend in the knees like Chris is doing here to get a little more lift in the hips and a little more length from the low back all the way into the cervical spine, you do that. Now, lift the ribs like you would be for a scared cat. Now bend the knees. Good. At the end of the exhale, you can step or you can jump it all the way up to the top. Lengthen forward as you inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale. Circle rise, take it all the way up. Rise up, look up, touch the palms, and then exhale, pull the palms all the way to your heart. Nice. Palms drop, circle rise, take it up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward, release. Inhale, elongate it out. Keep the length in Ardha Uttanasana step or float it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes! Over the toes, upward facing dog, and then nice and easy all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Good. I feel like I could be the music today. I think I'm going to start whistling some tunes. Does that sound good? Does that lift your spirits when you feel like frowning at me and punching me in the face? You just request what song you like and I'll whistle it. Inhale, bend the knees. Look forward or keep your head like Chris's. At the end of the exhale, step or jump it all the way up to the top. Lengthen forward as you inhale and then fold forward as you exhale. Circle rise, take it all the way up. And then exhale, pull the palms all the way to your heart. Nice. Round 3, palms drop, circle rise. Exhale, hinge and fold, forward and release. On the inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen, and then step or float it back. Elbows in and lower down. Over the toes, upward facing dog. Good work. All the way up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Reattending to your breathing. You know what song that is?
Keep going.
Chariots of Fire. Inhale, bend the knees. I have a great vibrato. That sounds like a bird. At the end of the exhale, you can step or jump the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. When you inhale, lengthen forward through your heart. Exhale, fold forward and release. Circle rise, take it all the way up. Exhale, pull the palms to your heart. I take requests for whistling, so you can request, DM me. Circle rise, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward and release. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen forward. And then exhale, you can step or float it all the way back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes, upward facing dog. Nice. Head of the thigh bones lifted more. Back to downward facing dog. Good. A few breaths here. Good. Last time, inhale, bend your knees and look forward or keep your head like that. And then at the end of the exhale, you can step or jump it all the way up to the top. Good. Lengthen it out as you inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale. Circle and rise. Take it all the way up to the top, and then exhale, pull the palms all the way to your heart. Last time, palms drop, circle rise, take it up. Exhale, fold forward and release. When you inhale, elongate your heart forward, and then step or float it back. Either way, squeeze the wrists and elbows in, chaturanga. Nice. Good length. Over the toes, up dog. And then all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. I'll do thunderstruck next. All right, next time you inhale, lift your right leg up in the air. That's it. Work the forearms forward again like you did in the beginning. Nice. Now pull the knee all the way to the chest. That's it. Drop a little lower. Squeeze the elbows in. Look forward. Shoot the leg back. Bend the elbows lower halfway down, chaturanga. Good, back up to plank, come up onto your left fingertips and hold here. Okay, plenty challenging. If you just want this variation, work the right hip and ribs a little higher, pull the heart a little further forward, maybe add the left arm forward to the mix. Yes, nice, brother. Yes, now work this right foot just a little into the left and lift the right hip a little higher. Now, pull the knee and elbow in to meet at the chest. Good. Hold it here, roll to the inside edge of your left foot, and then take the hand to the base of the skull. Good. When you exhale, crunch the elbow and knee in to meet at the chest. And then roll it back up. Good. And then exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, roll it up. Awesome. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, roll it up. Keep lifting the bottom hip. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Now exhale, hold. Back to one arm, one-legged plank. Extend it long. Lift the right hip and ribs again. Flex the back heel. Vashisthasana. Set the left hand down. Stack the right foot on top of your left foot. Nice work. Rolling the top hip towards the right side. Yes, the side you're facing. Now lift the right foot just an inch away from the left, and then let's flip this dog. Set the ball of the foot behind you. Lift the heart up and over that imaginary high bar. Firm the outer left wrist in. Wrap that right tricep in, and then find the breath in the face of challenge. Find the connection, the stillness in the face of challenge. Now, reach the right arm all the way up, pull the right knee all the way into the right chest, lift the left hip higher, look down at your left thumb, go ahead and step the right foot by the thumb, roll into the ball of the back foot and up into crescent pose. Nice. Lift the left hip point a little bit higher. Good. Notice if there's tension. And instead of labeling it tension, feel what tension feels like in the body. And then see if you can perhaps even change that sensation to the feeling that you felt in the beginning with Om, or something that offers relaxation. See if you can just find that for a moment here, just to switch the feeling in the body. Trying to reprogram how we feel in the face of challenge. Now pull the palms together at your heart, twist it up, left tricep to your right thigh. So that, again, just when we confront challenge, we're aware of what that feels like in the body and making a conscious connection to see if we can change that relationship, even if we fall out. If we fall out, oh well, we get back in. So we're, again, tapping into connection and stillness and parasympathetic nervous system as we confront challenge and engage soul in the face of that. And see if that changes things. Okay, now look down at your right big toe, put the weight into the right foot, step the left foot all the way up to meet it. Pull the left knee slightly back, sink the hips a little lower, pull the outer left hip slightly back. I learned some of this stuff from a guy who's a Navy SEAL guy who learned to do these things in the face of really crazy stuff. Calm the nervous system down in the face of a lot more challenging stuff than I confront on a daily basis. So it's good to confront it here. From there, release the hands down to the ground. Let's go Bakasana, crow pose. So set the hands down, tack the knees on the upper tricep muscles. So if you want to use a block for crow, you can. You can set the feet on the block, the heels are hanging off the block. Okay, that's one way to set it up. Or, you want to try that?
If you want me to.
Yeah, I do. Let's do it. Why not? Like if you want me to. Okay, so using this block here, yeah, you can just do it there. That's fine. So bend the knees. Okay. Yep. So he's at the right height there. Now tack the knees on the tricep muscles. Squeeze the knees into the triceps. This is plenty challenging, or you can lift the heels up towards the tush. It's actually pretty hard to do it with a block because it puts you at the right height and you really have to engage the core already. Okay, now we're going to do something really fun. So if you want a little bit more from here, okay, we're going to work with Ekapada Bakasana. Pull the knee into the chest first. Hold it here. Maybe you're here, or maybe you lengthen that right leg long, extend the chest, and then shoot it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Over the toes, upward facing dog. See, I made it harder on you with the block, didn't I? You're like, thanks, asshole. All right, big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Good, here we go. Left leg rises up in the air. Pull the knee all the way to the chest. Nice. Squeeze the wrists in, lift the right thigh higher. Shoot the left leg back, bend the elbows lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Good. Come back up to plank, come up onto your right fingertips and hold. Nice. Pull the heart a little further forward, flex the left heel. Lift the left hip, you can stay here or add the right arm forward to the mix. That's it. Yes, lift the left ribs even a little higher. Yes, lift the left hip a little higher. Now pull the left knee and right elbow in to meet at the chest. Keep it there, roll to the inside edge of your right foot. Then take the hand to the base of the skull. Here you go, exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lift it up. Nice, exhale it in. Inhale it up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. One more. Exhale, inhale. Now exhale, hold, and then one arm, one-legged plank. Shoot the right leg long, extend the left leg back. One more inhale like this, heart further forward. Vashisthasana, set the right hand down, stack the left foot on top of the right foot. Good work. Yes. Okay, now lift the left foot just an inch away from the right, and then flip the dog. Set the ball of the foot behind you, lift the heart up and over that imaginary high bar. That's it. Yep. Moving energy. Stuff's coming up. When shit comes up, meet it with your breath, with your presence. Reach the left arm all the way up. Good. From there, pull the left knee all the way into the chest. Look down at the right thumb. Go ahead and step the foot there. Rolling the ball of the back foot and up into crescent pose. Nice. Doesn't mean that you don't feel anger or fear. It just can shift the relationship with it. Because anger used, to move you forward is actually very productive and helpful. It's only when we turn it inwards or when we hold on to it that it can be destructive. Nice. Lift the side ribs a little higher. And then from there, pull the palms to your heart, twist it up, right tricep to your left thigh. And then if we use it to move us forward, and then we allow it to go. We just engage the action, not attached to holding on to anything or holding on to a particular state. We stay present moment to moment. We use what we got to use, and then it lets go of us. And we're in a new moment. Lift the right hip a little higher. Lift the right thigh a little higher. Look down at your left big toe. Put the weight into the left foot. Step the right foot all the way up to meet it. Find yourself in chair twist. Pull the right knee a little back. Nice. Good. Yes. Good, now take another inhale here, sit back even a little bit more, and then release the palms down to the ground, okay? Setting up for Bakasana, crow pose. Okay, so again, you can use the block or not. You can work right here. Try to work the elbows over the wrists, then squeeze the wrists in. Plenty challenging right here, or you lift the heels up towards the tushy, okay? That works out well if the chest a little higher. If that works out well, pull the left knee, whoa, into the chest, and then shoot it all the way back. Heart forward. Whoa, that was hard. Over the toes, up dog, and then all the way up and back down dog. Nice big inhale in, and then exhale, let it out. Ah. Woo! How we doing? All right, you guys hang here. I'm gonna go take a break. I know, again, I use that joke too much. I gotta change it up. Big inhale in through the nose. Hold it, and then let it out. Ah! Good. Take a moment or two here. And then from there, let's lift your right leg up. Pull the knee all the way to the nose, step the foot down, warrior one. Inhale, you're gonna rise up. Nice. Go ahead and bring the palms together at your heart. Start to tip forward out over your front knee. Good. Now from here, I want you to either grab opposite elbows behind you, or you can reverse namaste behind you. Yep. Squeeze the outer right hip in, press the left thigh back. Now, tip it forward into warrior three from here. Nice. Good. Now press the top of the right thigh back. Yep. Lift the back thigh a little higher. And then again, find the breath as best you can in the face of some really hard shit. And you're crushing it. Now, stay in warrior three, reach the arms all the way forward. Yes? Take one more inhale here, press the top of the right thigh back, lift the wrists and biceps higher, handstand or standing splits. Release the hands down to the ground. Do you want a handstand or no? Okay. So for those of you at home, maybe just work with stacking shoulders over your wrists. Get the length, get the lift, and just work even just a little this if you don't want to go all the way up, but try to just slow it down. So it's just like a little slower and then set it down, okay? So working with that if handstand's a little bit too much, okay? If you're working handstand, reconnect to the breath. Lift this top leg, the left leg a little higher. Come higher up onto your right tippy toes. You can get it higher, this one. Yeah, I know, it's a little weird. Now, get the length, get the lift here, and now see if you can tip into balance. It's a little harder way of doing it. I know, right? This lifts, higher up onto those tippy toes. You can put more of a bend in the right knee if you need to, just higher on the tippy toes, and then lift this leg higher. Good, now, tip, lift. Yes! You want one more?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard, isn't it? Yeah. Even just lifting that back leg a little bit higher, but what it does is it slows the momentum down and it makes us engage a little bit differently. Yeah, good. And you can step it all the way back. Because you can get into it, I'm just throwing different things at you, right? Because that was a different way of engaging in both the core and the leg. Anywhere else that you felt that? Like, yep, all over my body, asshole.
Legs.
Legs, yeah. Big inhale into the nose. Let it out. Okay, here we go. Left leg rises up in the air. Pull the knee all the way to the nose, step the foot down, warrior one. Good, from there, bring the palms to your heart. Start to tip the heart forward out over the front knee. Grab opposite elbows, or you can go reverse namaste here. Okay, you know, opposite elbows looks like this. Or, okay. Then from there, you can start to tip the heart forward. Virabhadrasana 3. Roll the outer right hip down, buckle the hip points in the middle and pull them forward towards your nose. That's great. Now tip the, actually that's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's great. Upper body's parallel with the ground. Now just press the top of the left thigh back like you would for an up dog. Nice. Now put a little up dog in the upper, yes, back. Now reach the arms all the way forward. Nice. One more inhale here, standing splits. And again, you don't even have to worry about coming up. Just work what I was working with him on, which I'll demo because I didn't demo before on that. So what I had him do was lift this leg even higher. It's like a little ballerina. So you come higher up onto the tiptoes, and then you can put a little bend in the knee, but keeping this leg lifted as you do, keeping the heart perched forward. And then it slows down a little bit harder because you have to engage differently. But it sure is fun. And you're welcome for the little break. Then eventually you drop the ears in line with the biceps and lift the chest up to the ceiling. So let the head get a little release. Whew! Okay. You up for it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Replay.
Yeah, instant replay. Yep. It's good. Now pull the heart further forward. Keep the scared cat ribs. Nice. That was great. One more. Still really good, right? Because it's different. Yes? Like, yes, this is annoying as hell. But a lot more leg. Because a lot of times, once we get comfortable with jumping in a handstand, we forget about how much these have to be working to support us there. Let's take a vinyasa if you haven't already. Inhale, plank, lower chaturanga, over the toes, up dog, and then up and back to down dog. Now, nice big inhale in through your nose. Let it out, exhale. Good, now bend your knees and look forward. At the end of your exhale, you can step or jump it all the way up to the top. Lengthen forward as you inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale. Bend your knees and set the ribs on your thighs. Yeah, so you're actually going to sink down like a chair in the legs, and then just reach the arms back. And as you do that, lift your wrists higher. Yes. Now keep your chest a little lower, lift your ribs 2 inches off of your thighs. Now pull your collarbones forward and lift your wrists a little higher. You're going to work your shins back. Collarbones wider again. Stay this low, reach the arms all the way forward, and then tip it into chair pose. Good. Then from there, heels down, stand all the way up, look up, touch the palms, and then exhale, pull the palms to the heart. Good. Chair pose, sink it down, Utkatasana. And nice and easy, fold forward, release. Inhale, lengthen it long, and then go ahead and step, or you can float it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down, over the toes, and then all the way up and back, downward facing dog, nice. Let's go, right leg rises up in the air, and then pull the knee to the nose, step it down, warrior one. Single inhale rises you up, and then when you exhale, fold forward and release. Step the foot back and lower down, nice and slow, Chaturanga. Over the toes, up dog, and then all the way up and back, down dog, good. Left leg rises up, pull the knee all the way to the nose, step the foot down, warrior one. When you inhale, rise. When you exhale, let it go. Step the left foot back and then lower nice and slow. Over the toes, up dog. Nice and easy, back to downward facing dog. Good, take 5 breaths here. Smooth and steady, in and out through the nose. I'm trying to think of a calming song that I can whistle. Any ideas? No pressure, you know. Ooh, Pirates theme song. Were you talking about the movie or the ride? Inhale, bend it. That was the movie. I can do the ride next. At the end of the exhale, you can step or jump the feet all the way up to the top. I know you're amused at home. Inhale, lengthen forward through your heart. Exhale, fold forward and release. Let's go chair pose, sink it down, Utkatasana. And press the heels down, stand up, look up, touch the palms. And exhale, pull the palms to your heart. Back to chair pose, sink it down. We may need to bring Captain Jack Sparrow back. Feeling like we need to pretty soon. Exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale, lengthen it long as you inhale. Go ahead and step or float it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Over the toes, up dog. and then all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Lift the right leg up in the air, pull the knee all the way to the nose, step the foot down, warrior one. Inhale, we rise. Good. Now exhale, set the left hand down inside the right foot. Take the right arm up to the ceiling. Yeah, use a block if you need to. So if you have a finicky back knee, you can roll into the ball of your back foot into the crescent twist variation. If you're in the warrior twist variation, lift the left thigh, lengthen the left ribs. Take one more inhale like this. Now you're going to come to Vashisthasana. Maybe set the block flat if you're using a block. I'd actually suggest using the block for Vashisthasana. You'll see why in a second. Okay, swivel to the outside edge of the left foot, stack the right foot on top of the left. You're going to love what we're going next. Calming, right? Okay, now lift the right foot up just an inch away from the left. Good. Now pull the knee all the way to the chest. Keep the arm lifted. Roll onto the left toes. Keep the knee lifted. Yes. Now take the knee all the way across to your left tricep muscle, left tricep muscle, left tricep muscle. I know, I should have given you 2 blocks. Now plant the hand down to the block and then take Kundalini 1 from there. That was bad of me. Oh, he's like, screw your blocks. He's trying to make it a little bit easier for you. Yeah, I know, they are. Lengthen forward as you inhale. Good. Now take this top foot into the midline a little bit more and then shoot it all the way back, Chaturanga Dandasana. There is truth to that. The blocks are harder. But if you're working the prep, the blocks are great because they get you to the right height so you can engage the core in the right way. Left leg rises up. Pull the knee all the way to the nose as he laughs at me. Warrior one rises all the way up. And release the right hand down to the ground. Okay, twisted warrior one or twisted crescent pose, okay, depending on your knee. If your knee's okay, twisted warrior one. Good. Take another breath here, and then swivel to the outside edge of your right foot, stack it up, Vashisthasana. Would you like me to get you a block for the other one? Okay, I just thought I'd ask, because I'm such a nice teacher like that. Nice friend. Now lift the left foot just an inch away from the right. Good, now pull the knee all the way into the chest. That's it. Now as you swivel to the right toes, keep lifting the knee into the chest and then work the knee all the way across to your right tricep. Nice. Now release the left hand down. If you have a block, you can release that if you didn't like that on the first side. Knee across right tricep muscle and take it all the way into Kundalini 1. Awesome. That's great. Good. Pull the heart further forward. Lift the collarbones a little bit broader. Awesome. Shoot it all the way back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes, upward facing dog. And then nice and easy back to your downward facing dog. Good. Take 5 breaths here. I was going to whistle again, but I think it's probably just annoying people at home. So if it brings you joy, I'll do it. But I'm feeling some vibes of not liking my whistling. So, but it may come back. I kind of can't control it. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. At the end of the exhale, you can step or jump it all the way up. Lengthen it forward as you inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale. Chair pose, sinking it down, Utkatasana, please. Shins back, hips back. Press the heels down, stand all the way up, look up, touch the palms, and then exhale, pull the palms to the heart center. Nice. Chair pose, sinking it down, Utkatasana. And then when you exhale, fold forward, release. On your inhale, elongate the heart forward, and then you can go ahead and step or float it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Over the toes, up dog. Nice. Back to downward facing dog. Good. Right leg rises up. Knee goes to the nose. Step it down, warrior one. Inhale, we rise. And then exhale, hands down. Foot goes back, and then we lower down nice and slow. Over the toes, up dog. And then all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Left leg rises up. Pull the knee in, step the foot down, Vira one. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we let it go. Step the left foot back, and then lower nice and slow. Chaturanga, over the toes, up dog, and then all the way up and back, down dog. I'm going to do it anyway. Oh man, got a little raspy there. You like Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
It's a great movie, isn't it? Okay, from here, inhale, bend the knees, look forward. At the end of the exhale, step or jump it all the way up to the top. Lengthen it out as you inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale. Okay, now from here, come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Now, like we did a little bit ago, either grab opposite elbows behind you, or you can take the hands behind your heart into prayer. Okay, but if you have that, be sure to press the knuckles together and keep a prayer. Okay, now lift the left foot just an inch up away from the ground. Try to keep the knees together as best you can. Now, straighten the right leg, tip the heart forward, warrior three. Zoot. Nice. Now, from here, go ahead and separate the arms wide apart like airplane wings. Twisting half moon. Set the left hand down, flip the right arm and ribs up. Like Chris, take the hand back, feel the levelization in the hips, press the top of the right thigh back, lift the left heel a little higher. It's great. Lift the left hip a little higher. Nice. Good. Take another breath like this. Bend the front knee 6 inches and come back to warrior one. Inhale, you're going to rise it all the way up. Nice. Now from here, either vinyasa or ekapata back to it. Okay? So release the hands down, tack the knee on the back of the right tricep. Maybe you hop the back foot in an inch, 2 or 3. Pull that heart forward. Maybe you keep it here, or as you keep perching that heart forward, that back leg lifts. Yes. Another inhale. And then shoot it back. Chaturanga. Over toes, up dog. All the way up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Left leg, we rise it up in the air. And then take the knee all the way in, step the foot down. Oh, wait, walk the back foot all the way up. I forgot. Lengthen the heart forward, and then exhale, fold. At least I caught myself. Chair pose, sink it down, Utkatasana. I just was wanting you to walk up that time. Pull the palms together at your heart. Nice. Now from there, grab opposite elbows behind, or you can reverse namaste. Then lift the right foot away from the floor, just about an inch. Scissor the thighs. Tip the heart forward, shoot the right leg back, warrior three. If you fall out, oh well. Reattending to your breathing. Nice. Separate the arms wide apart like wings. Yep. Press the left thigh back. Okay, I guess we're going to twisting half moon now. Right hand down, left arm up. It's like I'm not waiting for you anymore. Now, as you do that, work both hips slightly back, and then this length further forward in the right ribs. Yep. Now, can you kick more through the back heel? Nice. Now, bend your left knee 6 inches, warrior one. Inhale, rise it all the way up. Good. And then from there, you can take it into ekapata if you like, or you can just take it through vinyasa. Left knee to left tricep. Okay, again, perching that heart forward, lifting the right thigh so much that it lifts up. Lift the left knee up and left hip point up towards the armpit. Okay, too much instruction. Shoot it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes, up dog, all the way up and back, down dog. But a lot of times when we're in ekapata we're leaning that knee into the arm, thus collapsing our engagement in the core. You want a child's pose? Okay, so what we're working with is trying to get more lift of the knee up, more lift of the hip point up. Okay, so that'll take less engagement, less collapsing in the core, which is harder. Make sense? It's like, nope. I'm just going to show you again and give you a little rest, okay? So we're here. Rather than leaning into the arm, lift the knee up and then lift the hip point up, and automatically you feel more engagement in the core. Okay, then you can tip it forward whilst lifting. It's very subtle, but it's glorious. I mean, we can do it again if you want. Okay. Downward facing dog. Right leg rises up. Pull the knee to the back of the right tricep. Okay, now lift the knee up to the armpit before you come forward. Lift it up. Yep. Now lift your right hip point up. Now tack the knee on the tricep. Keep that same, it's hard. Keep that same action of lifting up with the hip and the knee. Maybe you just stay there. Good. Right hip point up again. Yes, good. Shoot it back. Different. Somewhat. You're like, yeah, and again, if you don't have to go, just try this out. Left leg rises up. You don't have to tip into it. Just work the setup because it's challenging. Take the knee to the back of the left tricep. Yes. Lift that knee up to the armpit. Pull the heart forward whilst doing that. Now lift the left hip point up. And just breathe, here. It's really hard, right? You're like, yep, I'm sorry that I said I wanted to do that again. Back to downward facing dog. So again, every now and then I just throw different things at you just to work it a little bit differently and to feel into things a little differently. Let's take a lion's breath. Big inhale in through the nose, let it out, exhale. Because we get to a certain point where we can get into the pose, and then we just kind of like to refine things so that we're really supported in the pose in the best way that we can be. Let's go ahead and drop it down to dolphin pose, your favorite. Okay, now from dolphin, go ahead and lift the right leg up. Okay, lift the elbows just 1 inch away from the ground. So you can stay in dolphin if you don't want to do the turbo dog variation with us. If you're up for that, look forward. Chaturanga, pounce the heart forward, squeeze the elbows in, and then back to turbo dog. Elbows hover just 1 inch away from the ground, and then shoot it all the way forward into turbo dog, Chaturanga Dandasana. And then right back, elbows hover just 1 inch up off the ground, keep the right leg lifted. Again, shoot it forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice, all the way back to turbo dog. Now, from there, pull the knee all the way to the chest. Nope, just the knee to the chest. In dolphin, that's okay. Shoot the right leg all the way back. It's all right. It's confusing sometimes. Shoot the right leg back, and then take the knee all the way across to the left tricep, and then shoot the leg back, and then take the knee to the back of the right tricep, and then shoot it back. Hop the left foot all the way to the back of the mat, stack the right foot on top of the left foot, and come into side arm BODHI Stasana. Good. Lift the left ear away from the ground. Nice. Roll the right hip towards the right side of the mat. Take one more inhale here. And then from there, set the right hand down in line with your left elbow, swivel to BODHI Stasana, the regular side plank. You want your towel? Okay. Roll top hip. Nice. Now from there, lift the left foot just 1 inch away from the ground. Pull the knee all the way to the chest. Okay, go ahead and step the foot down, pyramid pose. Walk the back foot up 1/3 of the way and just fold forward. So the left foot is forward, the back foot is flat, and you're folding down to the ground. So grab blocks if you need them. And either way, come onto your fingertips. Get a little length first. And like my hands are pulling the hips just slightly back. Elongate the side ribs slightly further forward as you press the top of the right thigh back. Nice. Now find the connection, find the breath amidst whatever's stirred up. Because I know this is hard stuff and it is going to push buttons. So that's on purpose. Not to be an ass, but to allow us the opportunity to find a little bit of connection within stuff that gets thrown our way that comes out of left field. And to work with how we can respond to that, how we can take better care of ourselves in the face of that, moment to moment, okay? So from here, we'll go into twisting triangle. So we'll keep the right hand down. You can take the left arm up. So use a block either inside or outside the front foot. Nice. And again, if taking care of yourself means you do child's pose the rest of class, do it. Listen, your breath is a truth teller. It never lies. Okay, now from there, let's take it all the way into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So step the block or the hand about 1 foot out in front of the baby toe. Now work the right foot into the midline a little bit. Nice. Press the top of the left thigh back and lift the left ribs up. Okay, now from here, listen up. Reach the top arm all the way out over your head. Then reach the bottom arm forward if you want a little bit more. That would be Warrior 4. I know, I threw this at you before we even went to Warrior 2. So see if you can tip the heart down a little bit and then roll it open towards the right. Yeah. Take another inhale here. Whoa. And then Warrior 2. Bend the knee, step it all the way back. Nice work. Set the feet up accordingly. So if you prefer heel to heel, you do that. Heel to arch is better for you, totally cool. Sink a little deeper in the knee and then just meditate with your breathing here. So again, whatever is up, see if you can connect to the feeling sensation of it rather than the mind reaction to it. And then breathe into your heart, breathe into your belly with what's up on a feeling level. So that again, you're connecting into the sensation in the body so that we can work with that energy to alchemize stuck energy and move it forward and through for more connection, back arm down the back leg, and empowerment towards truth and soul purpose. Nice. Take another inhale like this. Okay, now listen up. From here, you can just windmill the hands all the way down to the ground. You can hop into handstand if you've been doing that for a while and you want to. Otherwise, just step the left leg back and lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes, upward facing dog. All the way up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Okay, so we're going to drop into dolphin pose again. You can just drop the elbows down. You can set the knees down first if you like that. Try to get the shoulders over the elbows first, okay? And then from there, take the left leg all the way up. Nice. Now, you can keep this. If you want more, lift the elbows just an inch away from the ground, okay? So, with the elbows an inch away from the ground, look forward. Chaturanga Dandasana, shoot it all the way. And then come back, turbo dog. Elbows stay in, look forward, shoot it all the way forward, Chaturanga. Come all the way back, elbows hover an inch, squeeze it in. Look forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice. Back to dolphin, set the elbows down, pull the left knee all the way into the chest. Okay, then extend it all the way long. Take the knee across to your right tricep. Extend it long. Take the knee to the back of the left tricep. Extend it long. Okay, keep the leg up, hop the right foot back. Yep, and then you're just going to stack the left foot on top of the right foot. Side arm Vashisthasana. Dig that ulnar wrist point down on the right side. Yep. Lift the right ear away from the ground. It's good. Flex the right bicep on. It's great. Now, left hand down in line with the right bicep, swivel into Vashisthasana, regular style. Yep. Good. Now from there, lift the right foot just an inch away from the left, pull the knee all the way into the nose, step the foot down, pyramid pose. Walk the back foot up a third of the way and just fold, hang. Use your blocks if you need them. And just take a few moments to get some length first. And then you can drop the head, let everything hang for a few moments. Letting everything settle here. Good. Relaxing the lips, relaxing the jaw a little bit. Even the back of your eyes. Noticing any tension here in the body or the mind. And again, not necessarily labeling it, just noticing the sensation. And then within the sensation, reattend to your breathing. And just be curious if that has even just a little effect on the tension. Good. Now from here, twisting triangle pose. Set the left hand down, inside or outside the front foot to a block. Nice. Yeah, I like what Chris is doing with his hand there, like he did in Twisting Half Moon. So feeling into levelizing the hips as best you can. Reaching the right arm all the way up. Drop the heart a little bit lower. Lengthen the left ribs a little further forward. Nice. Good. Take one more inhale there. And then half moon pose. Set the right hand down about a foot out in front of the baby toe. Yep. And even superheroes need a rest sometimes. So I'm glad he didn't do that second side because he's staying true to his body. It's a wonderful guide for all of us, moment to moment. Okay. Now from there, reach the left arm all the way out over your head. Yep. So if you'd like to take the more challenging version of Warrior 4 with the left arm out over your head, okay, you can add the right arm to the mix. And then drop the heart a little lower and then roll it over towards the left side. Like you got forearm, or like you got a block between your forearms. Press the right thigh back, lengthen the left heel long, and then from there all the way to Warrior 2. Whew, tough pose. And then recenter in your breathing here. And realign your feet so that they're supporting your body. And it could just be very subtle that you move your foot to the right if you prefer the heel to heel alignment. But that'll make all the difference in the world. Sinking a little deeper in your front femur, roll the left rib slightly open. Widen out through the shoulder blades. Reach just as much through the back arm as the front arm. And then soften the traps. Nice. And then go back arm down the back leg, reverse it. Sink a little deeper. And then again, windmill the hands down to the ground, step the right foot back and lower nice and slow, Chaturanga Dandasana. Over the toes, up dog, and back to down dog. Take 5 breaths here. And again, it isn't necessarily if like our buttons are pushed that we change the feeling so much, it's just we change our response to what's up. We learn more acceptance with what is, and with acceptance can come change. I don't know about you, but nothing's ever changed for me if I'm fighting it or resisting it. Okay, we'll just do one more. From here, we're gonna go to tree version of downward facing dog. So set the sole of the right foot on the inseam of your left thigh. You can use your hand if you want to, or if you're more advanced like Chris here, he does it better than I do. Okay, but just make sure that the foot's not on the knee. Like his, it's either above the knee or below it, okay? So keep it like that. Inhale, plank pose. Glide the shoulders all the way over wrist into top of a push-up, okay? Now from there, bend the elbows, lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Then press it back up to plank. Take the knee outside the right tricep. Cut the knee into the right tricep. Setting up for Kundi 2, or take it all the way into Kundi 2. Yep. Nice, brother. It's the best one I've seen. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the collarbones wider. Yes. Good work. Take one more inhale here. 3-legged dog. Right leg all the way up. Now from there, warrior 2. Pull the knee to the nose. Step the foot down. Windmill the arms all the way up and open. Nice work. Again, line the heels up so that they're supportive for you. Okay, now let's take it into triangle first. So straighten up your front leg. Okay, if you want to block, you can set it outside the front foot. If you don't need a block, you set it to the ankle or the shin. He takes his time as he elongates forward, gets the extension, and then he hinges at the hips. This is so good in here. Krista's helped get you so much more length with this back. So the hips go back, side ribs lift, lengthen. Yep. Now if that front knee is bent, his is not, his is good. But if it's locking at all, if it's hyperextending, put a micro bend in it. That's it. Okay, now reach the top arm all the way out over your head. And then now reach the bottom arm forward with it, so you're in extended triangle pose. Nice. That's good. Now, keep the extension, bend the front knee, extended side angle pose. Nice. Good. Now keep the extension, make your way back to half moon pose. You can use the block if you want. He's taking warrior 4. You don't have to do that. You can go back to half moon pose. Nice. Now from here, this time, Chapasana. Bend the back knee, reach back and grab the tops of the foot or the ankle. Press the right thigh back. Nice. Lift the bottom ear away from the ground. That's it. Find the stillness within whatever's going on in this particular moment. Good. And then back to half moon. Nice. And then release the left hand down to the ground. Good. From there, most of us are just going to take standing splits. If you want a handstand, you can give that a try. You want it or no? Okay. From there, just hang in standing splits for a moment. Work the outer right hip back. Press the top of the right thigh back. Good. And again, I like it. We check in, right? I love that he doesn't over push, because you push to your edge, if that's what you're feeling, if that's calling you within. Step the left foot back, then the right foot back. But if you push beyond your limits, again, you may injure yourself because you're not in connection. So I appreciate that he stays in connection. Big inhale in through the nose. Let it out, exhale. Good. And you know you can drop the child's pose too anytime you want. So let's go left foot to the inseam of the right thigh. That's tree, downward facing dog. Good, now inhale, plank pose with the tree down dog. And then from there, bend the elbows, lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Squeeze the elbows in, Nice, press it all the way back up to plank. Take the knee outside the left tricep. Cut the knee into the tricep, setting up for Kundanyasana 2, or just the setup, okay? Lift the right hip, lift the right shoulder even more, dude, that's fantastic. One more inhale there, shoot it all the way back. Awesome, fantastic extension. Now three-legged dog with the left leg lifted, and you're gonna come all the way to warrior 2. Set the foot down, windmill the arms all the way up and open. Great, knee a little to the left. Yeah. I actually genuinely do love those moments in here in class when people, in a connected sense, you know, take what they need. I had a guy that did Shavasana for 45 minutes one time. It was kind of amazing. But that's what he genuinely needed. Amazing. Again, different than a reactive thing, just a true thing. Straighten the front leg. And triangle pose. Because the truth always carries a sense of underlying peace with it. Reaction, there's a fight or flight, there's a high or a low. Peace is just very matter of fact and grounded and still. Press the left calf slightly forward. There you go. Press the left big toe down and forward. Now reach the top arm all the way out over your head. Nice. Now you can keep this or add the left arm forward to the mix. So you're in extended triangle pose. It's great. Good. Lengthen the left ribs, revolve the right ribs. Now you can keep this or bend the knee, extended side angle pose. Work the knee a little to the left so that knee's tacked over the second toe. Press the right thigh back, that's your back leg. Good, now take one more breath here, and then take it all the way into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, back to where we were. Yeah, now work this right foot a little bit towards your right. And then press the top of the left thigh back. Yep. Chapasana, bend the back knee, reach back and grab the tops of the foot or the ankle. Good work. Nice. Firm the outer left hip in, press the top of the left thigh back. Take one more breath here. And then back to half moon pose, reach the right arm up, extend the right leg long. Good, just release the right hand down to the ground. Stay in standing splits for just a couple moments here. Work the outer left hip in and back. Work the right thigh a little bit higher. Good. And then find the breath. And stillness is there. It's not something that we can make in our minds. It's just something we attend to, underneath the surface. Now step the right leg all the way back, and then the left leg all the way back, and take your last vinyasa. Bend the elbows, lower chaturanga, roll over the toes, up dog, and then all the way up and back to down dog. Now from here, lift the right leg up in the air, and take the right foot to your left wrist, setting up for pigeon pose. Use a block. You want one? Okay. So if you want one, you slide a block underneath your right hip here. It's perfect for levelizing the hips. I highly suggest it, even if you're advanced. I do this a lot. It just feels amazing. I've been practicing this pose for 20 years. So reach your left big toe back. Okay, so that left leg gets straighter and longer, extending the left quad back. Firm the outer right hip back. As that firms in and back, lift the left hip point forward, the left ribs further forward. And then see if you can find a little slowing down internally here as we begin the cool down. And it's interesting, my experience in the cool down is after I've done a pretty challenging sequence, one of two things. Either I'm just like totally whacked and there's not a lot going on, or when I've slowed down, more comes up. And so again, whatever the case, is the opportunity to just be with, on a visceral level, what's there. See if you can allow what's there to be there without fighting it, without making it wrong, without trying to make a change on a mind level. Because usually, I don't know about you, but my experience is I allow things on a more visceral and feeling level to be. When there's more acceptance, more spontaneous solutions and healings actually just come without my efforting, because I get out of the way. And again, that can just be one moment of that, and that's gold. And then nice and easy from there, we'll begin to make your way out. You can come back to downward facing dog and shake it out a little bit. Maybe roll the right hip open. You can circle the ankle around a little bit. Work the left armpit slightly forward. And then you can release your right foot down. Take your left leg up. And from there, we'll take the right foot or the left foot across to your right wrist. And I'll give you that block underneath your left hip. And as you can see his foot on this side, he's pretty much at 90, but if you need a little bit more, you can always walk that foot even just like a hair up towards your elbow, or if it's up too high, you can take it back for a little bit less, of course. Yeah, so going through things is not easy. It takes a great act of faith and courage to go through what we're going through rather than to go around it or try to mess with ourselves and our minds about things, because the mind wants control. And to go through things, we kind of have to be a little out of control, which is uncomfortable. But the more we practice going through things that cause discomfort, just a moment at a time, we'll find that things do begin to let go of us. It's pretty miraculous and often very spontaneous. And it's not something that you have to force or hold on to. It's something that you engage surrender in. Surrender is very engaged. It's not flighty. It's very present. Just about another 15 seconds here. And then nice and slow, we'll begin to make your way out on this side. You can come back to downward facing dog. Again, if you like to roll the left hip open, you can roll or bend your knee, work your right armpit slightly forward just to levelize the shoulders there. Then release your left foot down and walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. You can lie down on your back, setting up for a little bridge pose. We'll give you crisp blocks today. If you guys don't want blocks, no worries. So the feet set down, either on the floor to the blocks, about hips distance apart. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift the hips up to the ceiling. Scissor the thighs together. Yep. Lengthen the tailbone towards the back of the knees. And then exhale, you can lower it all the way back down to the ground. Just do a couple more like that. If you like Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can do it. Otherwise, with us, bridge pose again. Lift it back up. And then exhale, let it go. And lift it back up. Knees a little forward and thighs scissor. Then crown of the head lengthens back. And then nice and easy, exhale, you can let it go. Good, from there you can just hug the knees into the chest, give them a good squeeze. Set the knees, drop the knees over to your right, roll the head and shoulders to your left. And you can either bend the elbow like this, try to keep the elbow in line with the shoulder, or if you like to extend the arm straight, that's cool too. And then exhale, you can switch sides. And then from there you can exhale, hug the knees into the chest, give them a good little squeeze. Take happy baby from there. So grab the outside edges of the feet, work the sacrum slightly forward towards the front of the mat as you broaden out through the collarbones and soften the trap slightly down. Good. Nice. And then from there, you can just come all the way to a seated position, setting up for Paschimottanasana. Pigeon toe the two big toes together. And from there, you're going to reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then nice and easy, start to extend forward and then release the hands outside the feet, the ankles, shins, whatever feels good. I'm working his sits bones and hips down. As we work those down, we get a little bit more length through the side ribs. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. Take one more inhale like this. And then nice and easy, roll it back to seated. And then rolling it all the way down one vertebrae at a time. Setting up for your final rest, Shavasana. Not easy today, everybody. Thank you for your presence and making it through. Pain and discomfort are not easy things to go through, but if we can not label them bad, but just opportunities to redirect energy, because they're just there to get our attention for some purpose. So if we can see it that way, not bad, it helps in the healing process, if that's something that came up for you. And wherever you're at, let's take one more big inhale in through your nose. Exhale, let it out. Shavasana time. No more effort. Time to drop deep. Allow things to be. next time you inhale, let's have you breathe in just a little deeper. And when you exhale, let it out through your mouth. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingertips as you come back. And let's have you bring the knees all the way into your chest. Hug them in nice and tight. And you can drop over to your right side. You're just going to pause there for a brief moment. Good. You can press down into your left palm and rise up to a comfortable seated position where we began. Taking a little inventory, noticing the differences on the inside that you feel now versus before we did the first ohms. And just being grateful for any things that shifted. Letting in the gratitude in every cell of your body so that your whole system can feel gratitude. It's a wonderful and amazing feeling, even if we just let it in for a moment. From there, bring the palms together at your hearts and let's seal it in with one last Om. So nice big inhale in through your nose. Nice, bowing the head down towards the hand, sealing in the practice and all of its wonderful benefits. And then nice and slow, you can rise your head all the way back up. Blink your eyes open. Namaste, yogis. That was a joy.